Well, Mr. Mohan, how are you reading these developments and quite an unusual demand by the PMK MLA in the State Assembly on a day when the Chief Minister is talking about how he needs to put forth a bill limiting the putting pressure on the governor over there, NEET bill. You've got so many other serious issues, and suddenly Chennai Super Kings and banning the team is also part of that assembly discussion. How are you looking at it, and what's the word on the ground?
See, actually, IPL is just coming back to Chennai after 4 years. So there's been unusual interest this year and a lot of demand for tickets. Of course, what the MLA said in the assembly was a very old grievance that CSK don't take local players. It's true in a way, but then they look at it nationally, they look at it as a franchise, they look at it as team building and the advice they get from their coaches, a foreign coach like Stephen Fleming. So they don't look at it narrow terms at all. They don't look at it as a Tamil cricketer or a Kannada cricketer or something like that. So they take a very national look at it. They want their franchise to do well. So the coaches advice is how the CSK goes about taking its local players. But they've had a string of local players. Many of them may not have done too well. They've had some very good players like M. Vijay from Tamil Nadu, who did exceedingly well in IPL. So there are those who have made a fortune out of playing for CSK. But it's okay. It is a grievance. But what can you do about it? You can't bring politics into this. You can't have a quota for Tamils in IPL cricket, which is all about business, entertainment, glamour, glitz, that kind of thing. So you don't expect this quota politics of PMK to come into cricket. I think that's quite awful. It stinks, actually.
All right, and Mr. Mohan, at the same time, when one is looking at the selection rules of, picking up your players as well, a minimum of 16 players in each of the teams, one physio, one coach, 2 players in each team from the BCCI under 22 pool, minimum of 8 local players will be there in each team as well. At this point in time, do you think the CSK is not satisfying any of these particular sub points and the criteria in selection of players?
I mean, if you look at their squad, they would have that. They would meet those requirements in the squad. Maybe they don't get the openings. There are young players who have been with CSK along, learning like Cubs and not really getting a chance. We had Jagadisan, who they thought was a big talent, and he had many chances to play for CSK. Maybe he didn't prove himself. So there have been good players from here. But then again, all Tamil Nadu players get a chance in the TNPL, which is the Tamil Nadu Premier League, and where the stakes are almost as high as the IPL. May not be in terms of crores of money, but they certainly get paid very well to play in TNPL. That's where a lot of players get prominent, including Vijay Shankar, and there are so many I can name, who came out of TNPL and got national prominence. Even the left-arm opening bowler who now plays for SRH, he was also a TNPL find. So it's not as if opportunities are not there for Tamils.
Then what's the main bone of contention here, Mr. Mohan? What's the main bone of contention here? If you've got these players, you've got the likes of Washington Sundar and all these other players, Ravichandran Ashwin, they've really proved themselves in the domestic cricket as well, and TNPL, like you rightly pointed out. What's the major and main bone of contention here? Why is the PMK MLA suddenly miffed?
You see, it's local politics, and PMK is always a quota party, which is prominent in the northern part of the state. They represent the 1 years here, who are a pocket of the population. And when the ADMK was in power, they gave them a 10% quota within quota, which is not considered too legal, and it still exists on paper. But the DMK government hasn't carried it out. So these are the things that are spilling over into the cricket field now. But they should have very little complaints, because DMK man is in charge of Tamil Nadu cricket. He is the head of TNCA, is a DMK nominee. In fact, Mr. N. Srinivasan virtually handed over the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association on a platter to the DMK ruling party. So who nominated the brother of the education minister here to be president of the TNCA. So they can't complain really, because DMK is now controlling cricket for the first time. We never had a politician heading the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association. In the good days, we had Chidambaram, we had a son, Mutaya, then we had Mr. Srinivasan for so many years. So it's always been very, very good administrators. And suddenly you find a politician has come in. So maybe along with them comes the politics too.
We're trying to decode as to what weighs heavier on the Libra scale. The franchise success or regional politics. What's the word on the ground? What does the Tamil Makkal feel about this? Because everybody is quite tight-lipped when it comes to talking about Chennai Super Kings in a negative light. Now you've got the PMK MLA who's come out and demanded a ban on CSK as well. What's the word on the ground? Any of your peers, any conversations that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I have my ears firmly planted. 1 year is always planted on the Chepauk cricket ground. And I heard the speaker before me, I'm not sure who it was because I'm on the phone. And I have to say, you know, all these politics, inside politics and actual political politics aside, this is the Indian Premier League where all the players are treated as Indians. And we are Indians, we can play anywhere in India. We should be proud that our Tamil players, Tamil Nadu players, to be accurate, are being welcomed in every IPL team. There are 2 players in Gujarat Titans, Sai
Right.
Sudarshan and Vijay Shankar are in Gujarat Titans. Punjab Kings has Shah Rukh Khan. Ashwin, of course, is in Rajasthan Royals today. He used to captain a side before. You know, the list is endless. Jagdishan is in Kolkata Knight Riders. I can give you a list of a number of Tamil Nadu players finding their spot. Sometimes in CSK it didn't work. Some of these people played for CSK before it didn't work. And they just worked somewhere else. This is India. It's the Indian Premier League. We have a dedicated TNPL starting in June, right after the IPL. The frenzy that evokes in Tamil Nadu is another level altogether. And we will see all these players giving their 100% to Tamil Nadu-based league teams. And all of these people, every single person is going to be playing in Tamil Nadu. So where is the question of banning a franchise when all these people are going to be playing in Tamil Nadu for the rest of the year? Where is the question? This is the place. Instead of feeling, that is the word on the street. You know what people feel? Tamil people they are famous for their hospitality and their acceptance. Vandarai Varavaikum Tamil Nadu, which means we will welcome and make everybody who comes to Tamil Nadu prosper. That is why today Dhoni is not from Chhattisgarh. Dhoni is not from Jharkhand. Dhoni is Tamil Nadu's Tala. He is Chennai's Tala.
Right.
Can we think of CSK without Dhoni or Jadeja? It is a very absurd argument to start. This is a very divisive, absurd argument.